Hey there. Camped here in the Na coast of Kauai, the island of Kauai in Hawaii, and we backpacked in it's about 11 miles one way, and so we had an issue with our tent at the start that I want to share with you in case you ever run into a similar situation. So let me turn the phone so you can see our tent. So when we got here to Hawaii, I pulled out the tent on a previous camping trip a few weeks ago and discovered one of the poles was missing. It wasn't just bent or something, it was not there anywhere in our luggage. So we ordered a new pole online, and then I got an update that shipping was delayed, and we had already booked this trip like 3 months in advance, so we had to improvise. So we have one of those beach tents, and I was like, well, I wonder if that pole is long enough. So I pulled it out, and it turned out to be about 6 or 8 inches too long, or longer than the orange pole, which is one of the original poles for this tent. And as you can see over here on the side, it still works. So it was too long, and it looks like a Franken tent, but it holds up the tent, and it's even withstanding a pretty decent breeze, as you can tell. It was too long to clip this last buckle, but it's holding up the tent, and it didn't cost me any extra money. My new pole will hopefully arrive in the mail soon, but for this trip we were still able to come and use our tent by improvising this other pole. So last night was the first night we used it like this, and I had left one unclipped over on the front side here, and the tension on it started to pull apart the screen just a little bit. It's not very bad. I think it could easily be sewn up, so I switched it to the other side for tonight just to even out the wear and tear. I definitely would not do this for every night, but for the 2 nights we're using it out here, I think it'll work. So if you ever end up with a missing pole and need to improvise real quick last minute, if you have a pole that's only a few inches too long, it might still work for you. The other thing to make sure is that if you have clips like this, it's got to be able to fit around, and so the diameter of the pole is not too wide. This pole is thinner diameter than the original, so it worked out. Some of these poles can be a lot thicker, especially for bigger tents. But yeah, if your pole is skinny enough, or you have the sleeve for your pole instead of the hooks, and your pole's only a few inches too long, it might still work. It might work if it's too short, but it'd have to be pretty close to the original, I would think, or it wouldn't hold up at all. Anyway, I'll give you one last shot of the beach here in Hawaii.